feel like I have something on my nose. Do you guys ever do that where you check your phone and like low key just like, do I have anything? No, we're good. Okay. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a vlog. Today is Saturday, but this is obviously gonna be posted on Sunday. So it'll be 5 days out from Olympia. And on Sunday, I have Monday and then I fly out Tuesday, super early morning with Jody. So today is just a walkthrough of a typical Saturday for me. Atypical, typical. We'll see how it flows. Every single day is different. But we're gonna go through my morning routine, my training, and just some other BTS stuff that happens throughout the day. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. And if you do, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for the other Olympia prep videos being posted. I smile and I look awkward when I say it because I just feel like it's not real. You know what I mean? Like to say it, I'm just like, I never thought those words would be coming out of my mouth. So it just feels a little funny. But let's get started and hopefully you guys like this video. So morning breakfast, this is a semi-high day. I weighed in at 103.1 this morning, I think, after my, 103.2 in my check-ins. And today's a slightly higher day, normal water, so I'll be hitting around 4.5 liters, and then normal salt as well, so about 1/4 teaspoon each meal. So we have our greens drink this morning, which is made with my Transparent Labs greens. We also have glutamine, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, as well as, I'm forgetting something, pink salt in my drink. So this goes down nice and easy in the morning. I have 1 whole egg, 1/2 cup of egg whites, 1/2 kiwi, and then we have 25 grams of oats, which is like the high carb part, because usually I just have this, which is pretty sad. And as we go through breakfast, obviously I'm not gonna eat with my mouth full, but I'm gonna also answer some of the questions that have been in the Q&As that I've been answering or putting up in my story as well. So first, cheers, good morning, happy Saturday. All done just like that. My Q&As, because I know I did them. I was bad and I didn't answer any. So let's go back up to like October, I think it was 7th that I threw one up in my story because I knew I was traveling. So I was like, oh, let me answer your questions. And then I just never did. If you had to name the chapter of your life that you're currently in, what would it be? I really like this question. I remember seeing it when it had popped up when I was like reviewing them all. I think this chapter of my life is my confidence building chapter. And I know that sounds so weird because I know I've been on social media for so long, so you would assume that I have confidence. And I do. I have confidence in what I do. And if you ever talk to me in person, you'll hear me say this all the time, that I think I'm a very, like, what is it? Not unilateral, but just say I'm a one segment person. You guys in the comments will know what I'm talking about. But I'm not whatever athlete. And I always thought that about myself, and I thought that I was only really good at what I do on my Instagram. And doing bodybuilding is obviously not what I do on my Instagram. On my Instagram, I do mobility, I do calisthenics, I do some strength training, but certainly not bodybuilding stuff. And so to do this prep and to go through with it and have such great results from Reno, and really good energy heading into Olympia, I just have realized my confidence in myself, in that if I apply myself, I'm able to achieve what I'm setting out to achieve. And even more, because my entire time through this prep, I've never had a results-driven goal. It's always been just to step on stage and not be petrified, and to perform a routine that I know I'm proud of. And in Reno, I was able to do that, and then I was able to get a result that was so unbelievable for myself. And so I feel like this chapter of my life has shown me that I am a disciplined person, and that when I'm goal driven, in terms of intrinsic goals, like things for myself, things that I really care about for me, those two aspects together give me confidence that I can truly accomplish what I'm seeking out to accomplish. And that's been a really cool aspect of prep. It's the more mental, emotional side of it rather than the physical. And for me, it's helped me build confidence in how I talk to people and how I present in a room. Like I know that I'm capable. I guess it's a summary. It's the era of my life where I just feel like I'm capable of doing things now. Whereas before, I just feel like that part of me was missing. I never felt like I was like capable to do things. I was like, oh, like maybe, I don't know. But now I'm like, no, sorry. I'm still kind of in it. But now I know, given time, given the work ethic, I can do it. I'm capable. So this era of my life is the I am capable, I'm confident era of my life, which is super exciting. And I'm so grateful to go through prep and to have this. I feel at 27 years old, this is a time where you're like really settling into yourself more. And I know people are like, oh, you're 27, you're probably so old. But I feel like at 27, I've settled into this more confident version of myself. And now heading into my 30s, like 2.5 years away, I feel like that's going to be something that's going to really elevate my life. So I'm really excited for that. I'm going to eat some oats. Actually, I'm going to take a little quick break, eat some oats. Some people ask about my diet. Words are hard. A big reason why I don't share a lot of my diet is because if you look at it, it's pretty minimal. And I'm someone who's a little bit mindful when it comes to posting that kind of stuff on the internet. I don't want people to copy what I'm eating, because what I'm eating right now is so like specific to what I'm doing that it's not something that I would just be like, yeah, go eat this breakfast every single day and you'll look like me. One, that's not the messaging that I ever want to send to anyone on the internet, because each person is different, and what I eat and what someone else eats is going to look completely different. Even, for example, my coach Jody, for instance, like her breakfast will look different than my breakfast. We're two completely different people. And even though we are in prep at the same amount of weeks out for the same event, for the same division, we are so different still. We are different in age, we are different in experience, muscle maturity, different in like our own like internal, like what my body will be more like, will inflame more. Words are so hard this morning. But you know what I mean? Like I might have something that makes me more bloaty than something that she makes more bloaty, or like I might respond well to certain foods and she might not respond well to other certain foods, is what I'm trying to say. So even if you look at two people who are preparing for the same thing, same timeline, same division, they will be very different. So I just want to make that super clear when it comes to food, especially on this video, that what I eat in this video is not what you should eat, because you are not me. And even if you're someone who's trying to lose weight, trying to get lean, like even this will not, copying what I do in this video will not get you there. Copying what I do in my day-to-day life will not get you there. You need to do something specific for you and your body. And that's why I'm really mindful about what I show on my Instagram when it comes to what I eat. And I don't really like to show what I eat in a days, because I just don't think they're that helpful for most people out there. Sure, you can get recipe inspo, you can get meal inspo, but it's not like you should do a copy-paste forum for something like eating, especially if you're goal-driven for aesthetics, because it is so customized to your own body. So that is one thing I do want to preference before we like super jump into this video. What's your motivation to work out? So I'm going to touch this into what's my motivation for this prep. I think it's shifted from my last prep. My first prep for Reno was, my motivation was I knew so many people were rooting for me and cheering for me and had these expectations of like, oh my God, you're gonna win, you're gonna do amazing, blah, blah. And I knew in my heart that winning was so out there. So I didn't like to focus on those comments. And a lot of times people would say that to me and I'd be like, well, like realistically, it's gonna be very, very hard. And I'm against like these spectacular athletes. I don't see myself winning. And that made me feel so much pressure, because I was like, I don't wanna let these people down because they believe in me so much. Sorry, getting emotional. We're not gonna cry this YouTube. We're not gonna cry. We're gonna hold it together, get it together, cry on the inside, suck those tears back into your face. Okay, here we go. So because people were so like enthusiastic and believed in me so much, my motivation was to work as hard as possible. Oh, it's a good thing I did this video by myself and not with Haru, because he would be like, Taylor, why are you crying again? Oh my gosh, I hate this. People are gonna be like, why are you a crybaby? Because I have no carbs, that's why I'm a crybaby. So as a person in general, like, I don't like to disappoint people. So for me, my entire motivation for Reno was to work as hard as I can to make myself like worthy of being believed in. Because obviously you guys see what I do on my Instagram. You have like these big ideas of me that like, oh, she can do anything. She's so fit. She's so dedicated. She's so motivated, blah, blah. And I wanted all those things to be true. I wanted to make sure that when I showed up on that stage, like, you guys could really tell that all of those things that you think about me, something fell. That all those things that you guys believe are in fact true. So that was my biggest motivation, was to just not let you down. Anyway, so that was Reno. My motivation for Olympia is still that, because I do know so many people do believe in me, but I already know that you guys are so proud and amazed and supportive that I feel like Olympia in itself, just being there, being on that list with Missy Truscott, Jody, Whitney, and like a bunch of other names like Ariel, Oksana, like all these huge fitness names that like I learned about back in 2019, I am like now on that list with them. So I feel like that in itself is like such like a big moment for me. And a lot of you guys recognize that as well. So it's like, we're motivated to still make you proud, obviously. I'm not just gonna like, F my eggs, I'm gonna go eat pizza. I'm still working very hard. I'm still very focused. I'm doing everything that I was, exactly the same as I was going to Reno, staying on program. However, the motivation now comes from a place of like, honor, I guess. Like, I'm honored to be there. I'm honored to be invited or qualified. So that's where my motivation comes from, because I know so many people try to get there. And the fact that I am there, like, I need to do my part. I need to show up every single day and not take this for granted. Like, my motivation now comes from just feeling a great amount of gratitude. And so I just don't want to throw that away. I want to make sure I'm focused. I want to make sure I'm showing up as my best self. And why am I crying again? Sorry. And then I'm super excited to be there. We're just going to cut that there before I get too emotional. We're going to eat some oats, take a hot little break. On a scale of never again to I can't wait, how was your experience? It was definitely on the I can't wait end. Going into it, and this has to do with my mental a lot too, going into Reno, my mental was pretty down. I was so stressed to let you guys down. And then when I finished it, it was like all of the emotions that were like not even imaginable. There was like happiness, joy, realization, like all this stuff. And I think that's what catches people to compete again. Because if you had asked me literally like a day before Reno, are you going to compete again? I would have been like, I don't think this is for me. I don't think it's for me, because I was so stressed. I was so stressed. Of course, I loved how far I was coming, or I had come, and I had loved the journey. But the stress I felt was just astronomical. And I was like, I don't think I can personally, mentally handle this much stress multiple times a year. Like, if this is how every single prep is going to feel, I don't know if I can do that. Now, coming back from Reno, I will say my prep going into Olympia is very different. Again, that pressure is released. It's more of an honored feeling. It's more of an excitement feeling. It's more of a, I'm excited to do this and I've been through it before, so I know it's not that bad. And I think the whole reason why I was in a never again state for a little bit is because it was the unknown. It was really scary. I didn't know what it was like to compete. That was terrifying to me. Now that I know what it's like to compete, obviously, yes, still nervous, 100%. Nervous for physique round, nervous for routine round, but I know that I can come out of it okay. Like, I know that stepping off stage after physique round, I've gone through, I've processed all those like emotions that were so like just overbearing. And I know that I'll be nervous and I'll obviously want to do better each time, but I know that it's not going to be like petrifying when I'm on stage. And so I think that's the difference. And I think I'm excited because as an athlete, as a competitor, I'm always trying to be better. I'm always trying to do more and beat myself. Me, it sounds cheesy, but me versus me. So for instance, even going into Olympia, like, I'm not results driven. I'm not. whatever happens with the placings happens, and I'm just excited to be there. I'm excited to be a part of that process. Sorry, Rocket just growled. But I'm excited to bring a new posing routine to the stage that looks more confident. I have a couple more poses added in. We added 2 because my routine was very, very simple going into Reno because we didn't want to overwhelm me. So this one we added 2 new poses, which makes it a little bit more, a little bit more of a longer routine. And then for my routine round, I just want to do the exact same thing that I did in Reno, where I went into it mindset, just like, go have fun. You've worked so hard on this routine. You have spent hours in that Good Life studio just running it, had your friends watch you, and now just go have fun. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Whatever's meant to be is meant to be. And I think I'm now very comfortable in that mindset. And so that's why I'm excited for it all to unfold. I'm excited to have fun, and I'm excited to feel that I've improved myself in the physique round. And then what's really exciting is my off season. That makes me really excited because, again, I'm a competitive person. I want to make sure that my off season I take seriously. I really want to just see my full potential in this sport and see what it's like when I'm applied for a whole 365 days, I started this prep back in April 15th. We did like a quick 8-week bulk, and then we got into my cut. And so now if I have an off season after I compete, around mid-November is when my season will end. And then I have probably all the way until like fall of 2024 before I step on stage again. And I will have months, sorry, my knuckles, months of off season to really build myself, both in my physique, which is the area that needs the improvement, is the area that needs to be, I need a stronger foundation in. I've been doing flips, I've been doing tricks since I was like a little kid. I haven't been doing a bodybuilding style workout since then. I've been doing it since April. So to see the results that I achieved in April to now has been so amazing and so fun. And so I'm just excited to see what it's like from November to say like September, October when I compete again the following year. I'll figure all those details out once I talk to Jody about our off season and our planning and stuff, but that's kind of like roughly where we sit with that. Is it humanly possible to prep on a small budget like DIY, training plan, meals, self-coach? I think no. I honestly don't think so. I think if you're someone who wants to compete, you need to know going into this sport, it's expensive. And this is coming from someone who I make a decent living. I have enough money to support myself and to, like I have an apartment, I have a car, I can buy myself things. And even still, with all of that being said, when it came to prep, I would look at things and be like, holy F, that's expensive. And I just feel like it's not talked about a lot in the industry until you're in it and you're like talking to people and you're like, yeah, it's expensive. And they're like, mm-hmm. So just know going into bodybuilding, you're paying for coaching, you're paying for supplements, you're paying for food, you're paying for your suit. For us routine girls, you're paying for 2 suits. You're paying for your heels. And then you're also paying for extra things like extra training sessions, posing sessions, things like that. And like for me as an athlete, I'm covered for supplements, right? Like Transparent Labs sponsors me, so I don't even have to worry about that cost. So thankful for that. But if I didn't have that, like right now in my program, I have 2 scoops of protein. Earlier in my program, I had 2 scoops of protein. I have creatine twice a day. I have my greens, I have my fat burner, I have my EAAs. And those servings are usually like 30-day servings, and I've been in prep since April. So imagine replenishing all those things month after month. Like supplements alone, you're gonna be spending a couple $100s. And so just know it's a couple $100 here, it's a couple $100 there, and then like, say your coaching ranges between like $250 to some coaches charge upwards of like $400, $500. You're spending that a month. My grocery bill, I have never gone to the grocery store so much in my life. I think this week alone, I went 4 times. One was $135, one was $70, one was $40, and then today's will probably be like another like $30, $40 a week. And then on top of that, you also pay for like your travel costs. So if you're even if you're local in Toronto, you're still paying to, travel to the hotel that you're staying at, pay for the hotel, pay for your tanning, pay for your makeup, And then pay for other things like your pictures that you want to have. And if you want to have your parents come and take them out for dinner after, like there's just so many little costs that add up, and you end up looking at the season, and like easily enough, I'm going to say like this season of competing for me, yes, I did travel outside of Canada, so it's a little bit different, was thousands of dollars. So it's expensive, and it's hard to wrap your mind around, especially as someone who's an amateur, because you're like, this is a lot of money for something that I'm not even pro in. And then even as a pro, I found it hard to wrap myself around this, because I was like, I'm a pro. I was like, but bodybuilding isn't my life. I'm spending thousands of dollars to do something that's not my entire life. Like I could have gone on vacations. I could have bought a new MacBook. I could have bought a new camera, like all these things with the money I spent on competing. And instead I spent it on competing. I could have done more videography stuff, but I spent it on competing. So I think if you want to have good results, if you want to be kind of 100% committed, because you do need the accountability, you do need the guidance, that hiring a coach is necessary. And I think it's very hard. I will never say impossible, but I think it's very hard to do this without spending a lot of money. That's my 2 cents on it, based off of what I spent this time, and even what I know other people have spent. It's expensive. Just curious how much you had to pee after drinking 9 liters of water. I peed so much. I would wake up in the middle of the night, I think like at least 3 times in the middle of the night to pee, and then throughout the day I think it was like almost like on the dot every 35 to 40 minutes. And it was like all the liquid coming out of my body. So much pee. Inspiration, how are you feeling about the Olympia? I'm really excited, and I'm just excited to be there. I think it's going to be such a fun experience to take in. I never, ever would have thought, like if you'd asked me a year ago, are you going to go to the Olympia? I'd be like, yeah, like I would love to go watch it. I would never in a million years think I would be actually at it competing. So that's pretty crazy. Would love to see your full routine. Will there be a video of it? There's going to be a video of it. There's 100% going to be a video of my routine. I'm not going to post it on my socials until I'm done my season, mostly because each time I do my routine, there are small little upgrades. So I don't wanna leak it yet. We're gonna wait until after Naturals, like Ben Weider, which is November 17th. So literally November 18th, I will post my routine. I promise you guys will be able to see it full out, and I'll post all of them on YouTube, and then I'll post like the final one, like one with all the changes and all the little minor adjustments on my Instagram. Or I'll just, actually no, I don't want to say that. I'm going to post the best one. I'm going to post the one that I'm most happy with on my Instagram, and then all the other ones will go up on YouTube. First post-competition reward meal will be. So it was a buffet. And I tell you, we sat down at the buffet and I went straight to the dessert table. I just piled on a bunch of desserts, and that was my first plate. And then my second plate was like the pizza, the French fries, the pasta, the meat, and everything like that. So I went straight for the sugar first. And then after I had it, like I'm going to tell you this, and I think every single bodybuilder too will agree, the thought of it is always better than what it actually tastes like, because no meal hits the way you want it to hit. You know, like you think it's going to taste so good, and then you taste it and you're like, that was good, but like in my head it was so good. So I think that's another reason why it's kind of easier not to cheat when you're on prep too, is because you just know like that meal's not going to hit the same way as you want it to hit. In your mind, you make it sound like it's going to be the best thing in the world. And then when you actually eat it, you're like, I could do without it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. So good to be eating. Like, honestly, the best thing I had the entire time when I was away was my shaken espresso with oat milk and toffee nut syrup. That hit exactly the way I wanted to hit. I had that and I was like, oh my God, I've missed you. So Starbucks, that shit, oop, didn't mean to swear, but that stuff, so good. All right, so that's probably gonna be enough for this part of the morning. I'm gonna eat my breakfast because I still haven't eaten it, and then I'm gonna get ready for the rest of my day. So next time you guys see me on camera, I'll probably be at home with my parents. Okay, so just checking in with you guys. We are back home from the gym. You guys saw a little bit of my leg workout there. I didn't film the whole thing, mostly because my last triple set, or tricep, whatever you want to call it, I completely forgot to whip out my tripod because I'm silly. And then when I did my routine practice, same thing, although routine practice went well today. For some reason, like, I've been doing my routine well and everything is hitting, but I'm not like, not satisfied. I don't know. I end every single practice thinking like there should be more, you know? And I don't really know why. I think I'm searching for that or wanting that like feeling that I had on stage of like hitting my routine, but like that's so different because you're in front of an audience. You have like so many things going on. So I think that's what it is. Like I just feel like there should be that feeling because I've hit it like that before. And I feel like when you practice it on your own, you don't get that same like rush. And I think that's what it is because everything just feels like it feels good. It's hitting good. And I know that if I had done the routines that I've done now prior to Reno, I would have been amped. I would have been so excited. And it's just missing. I don't really know why. Maybe they are subpar. I don't know. I'm trying not to stress it. But yeah, if you guys were at Good Life today and said hi to me and wished me good luck and just chatted with me, I have a couple of my Good Life friends that I talk to all the time. Just know that I appreciate you and that a big part of the reason why I'm able to get to the gym every day and do my workouts is because the Good Life community is just so nice. So shout out Good Life Birchmount. You guys are the best. I'm gonna eat this, spend some time with family, and then I'll loop you guys in back for evening cardio and try to get some of my other meals. But honestly, if I don't, this might be the end of said vlog. But I'll definitely do a closing. So gonna eat this, and that's it. Oh, it's a good angle. We can work here. So I was at home earlier today, ate my meals, saw my family, which was really good, but it was like kind of hard because they were all like obviously eating like Caesar salad, chili, chocolate bars, candy. The kids had like lollipops and stuff like that, so very hard to be around. And I tried my best to be upbeat, but I think I did fall a little bit short because my sisters realized that I was like kind of grumpy. So, you know, coming back home and just had a little bit of kimchi, just a little bit of cabbage, and then now I'm on the treadmill for 30 minutes, and that's my day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And that is us at basically 5 days out. So yeah, feeling good, and we will see what the travel vlog looks like on Tuesday.